Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana-shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raguna Kanditam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादां सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च नमां विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So, very warm welcome to all of you to our Sunday program. I knew there was going to be some new people today, so I thought I will not continue our discussion from Bhagavad Gita. I thought I'll discuss a particular topic today, okay? The topic is on, well, this is actually, I was recently hearing a class from one of the ISKCON sannyasis, and it was a very wonderful class where he discusses 4 principles that a devotee lives by. And when I heard the class, I was like, oh, this is so wonderful. And you will also feel the same when I tell you what these 4 principles are. So the 4 principles are, number 1, listen without defending. Number 2, live without pretending. Number 3, speak without offending. And number 4, love without expecting. Amazing, right? So we will discuss each of this in details. But before I begin, I just want to honestly confess that even I am not at the stage of following these 4 thoroughly in my life. So please don't have the misconception that he is somebody who is speaking from a podium and is able to follow all of them. I'm still a work in progress, but I thought it will be very inspiring for every one of us to hear, and to whatever degree we can apply this in our life, it will be very beneficial. So with that, I'll begin. Now, Krishna consciousness is a process where we transform ourselves. So in the beginning, Krishna consciousness is all about identity. We identify ourselves with the Hare Krishnas. I am a Hare Krishna devotee. I wear dhoti kurta, I wear kanthi mala, I put on tilak. It's about identity. But as you progress in your Krishna consciousness, it's not just about identity, it's also about activity. So I'm not just a Hare Krishna devotee, I also do the activity that are done in Krishna consciousness. So hearing, chanting, rising early, associating with devotees, coming to bhakti rikshas like this, going to temple, observing fast, and so many other activities of Krishna consciousness. And as you continue doing this, you realize at some stage that Krishna consciousness is not just about identity or activity, it is about mentality. Ultimately, we have come to Krishna consciousness so that we can transform our consciousness, transform our mentality. So these 4 principles that I just discussed are very relevant for anyone who is practicing Krishna consciousness, which is all of us. But I feel that even if any ordinary human being were also to follow this in their life, they will be benefiting so much. Is it not? The 4 principles again, what were they? Number 1, listen without defending. Thank God you're all listening. Number 2, live without pretending. Number 3, speak without offending. And number 4, love without expecting. So I don't know who the original author of these 4 principles are. I tried to look it up on the internet, but I could not really find anyone. So, and we know these are not original, because to follow this, you need to have certain qualities, and we will discuss that when we discuss each of these points. And these qualities are already mentioned in scriptures like Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. So whoever has put it was probably a very a person of wisdom and was able to concisely put it in these 4 sutras. So we will discuss each of them one by one. So first one is listening without defending. Now we see how people are, they always want to make sure that their point is correct. They're arguing. When you see, I'm sure we all must have experienced this. We argue with somebody and we're arguing, and at some point you realize, my God, whatever he's saying is actually correct and I'm wrong. But now we have come to such a stage where there is no backing out. So you keep arguing. Is it not? That means we are not listening. We are just wanting to defend our ego, that I am right. So this happens with everybody. But to live a life of listening without defending, one has to live by the quality of humility. We all understand what is humility. One has to be humble, that I am not perfect. There could be something really valuable in what the other person is saying. Rather than trying to defend myself, let me hear that person with an open mind. Maybe there is something that I really need to work on. So this requires humility. It requires patience, because if we are in that defensive mode, then there is no patience. We just want to quickly argue and make our point right, and then there's argument back and forth. There is no. If you are patient, let me be patient with myself and see what the other person is saying. Then we can benefit. This also requires empathy, because when somebody is arguing with us, we need to look at it from their perspective, what they are saying. When we are in this defensive mode, we think whatever I think is correct. But when we are in the empathy mood, then we are in the position to see where the other person is coming from, what is his perspective. So it is said that listening is actually an art. When we are talking to somebody, at one level we just listen to the words that they are saying. But another level of hearing is we listen to their emotions. With what emotions they are talking to us. And even deeper than that is we listen to the needs of the person who is talking to us. What is their need, where they are coming from. So listening is not just a very casual activity, it is very profound. And to do it properly, one has to have certain qualities. So listening is when learning begins. It's only through listening that learning begins. So Krishna has given us 2 ears and 1 mouth. That means listen more, talk less. Yeah. So this is listening without defending. There are 4 types of intelligence. The first one is a person hears and he understands. This is top class intelligence. Yeah. Second is when a person observes, he sees somebody doing something, he understands, he learns his lesson. Third is he experiences and then he understands. Fourth is even after experiencing he doesn't understand. So actually the fourth is not intelligent. Okay. So the top class is one simply by hearing, one learns. For example, if you touch cyanide to your tongue, you will be finished. That's the end. Now somebody says, oh, I don't believe, I need to observe somebody. So he may observe and then he may experience it. But nobody will survive to tell the truth. So this is something where you just hear and you learn. That cyanide is not something that can be experienced. You just have to hear and learn. So listening without defending, one of the most practical application of that in our life is when somebody corrects us or when somebody gives us a feedback. How do we react? Most of the time when somebody gives us a feedback or wants to correct us, we are like, who are you? Who are you to tell me? I know everything. I am Mr. Perfect or Mrs. Perfect or whatever. You cannot tell me anything. So this is where it becomes difficult, and people, when they listen with that defensive mentality, they are stopping themselves from improving themselves, becoming a better version of what they are. So correction is always beneficial if it is taken in the right attitude. Sometimes a person may say something which you know is absolutely wrong. Even then, hearing without defensive will be helpful. Even when we know that whatever this person is saying is wrong, still we don't have to become defensive. Hear him out. Maybe there may be some truth in it. You can introspect. What that person said, maybe there must be some truth in it. And if there is no truth at all, still it doesn't matter. There is no loss. So one can assess how healthy their spiritual life is by seeing how many people are around who is willing to offer us correction. If we are too proud, people will not even come near us. What to speak of giving feedback or correction? They will understand, this man, I cannot tell him anything. If I tell him, it may end up in quarrel or our relationship may become spoiled. So a person may not even come to us. This is a very dangerous position that we are in. We are actually stopping ourselves from growing. So a measure of our spiritual life, how healthy it is how many people you have around you who are easily able to give you corrections or give you feedback. If you don't have anyone, maybe it's time to look within and see what's happening. But if there are people who are correcting you, then that's a very good sign. That means they are seeing you as a humble person, somebody whom I can easily go and talk to, who will not get offended, who will not misunderstand what I'm trying to say. So, a very important skill, listening without defending. Many of the relationship problems are because people are not able to do this properly. As soon as something is told, they take it in a wrong way and they conclude something which is not even true, misunderstand, and it just spoils. So another important point to understand is when we go to doctor, doctor says, sir, your hemoglobin is low. Do we argue with the doctor? Hey, who are you to tell me this? How dare you say my hemoglobin is low? Do we do that? No, we say, really? Oh, what is the cure? How do I cure myself from this? And then the doctor will give you certain prescriptions. Same is with correction. If somebody is giving you, they are telling you your hemoglobin is really low, you need to do something about it. So we don't get angry or defensive about it. We take it in a proper positive manner and we receive it properly. So grading corrections is such a fortune. Today in the world, how many people are there who cares for us? How many are there? Hardly anybody. So if somebody is taking the trouble to observe you first of all, and then to tell you that, my dear Prabhu, my dear Mataji, you have this problem, or you have this, there is a room for improvement here, it's a great fortune. It's like a doctor telling you your hemoglobin is low. Do something about it. But when we are proud, then we miss out on that opportunity. It just becomes, we just distance ourselves from others. And another example I can think of is, when we have our phones, every month or so, 6 months or something, we get updates, right? There's a notification, new update is available. Do we get angry about it? Or do we install the update? When we install the update, new features come in, better performance, bugs are fixed, new icons, the look is also nice, right? So same is the point. When somebody is giving us corrections, giving us feedback, update is coming, take it. It's an opportunity to improve ourselves, become a better version of what we are. So once His Holiness Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, he is one of the very senior disciples of Srila Prabhupada, right hand of Srila Prabhupada, you could say. He tells this is his own, telling everybody how Prabhupada once dealt with him, how Prabhupada once corrected him. Srila Prabhupada told Tamal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, can you please bring first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam? So if you have seen the cover of first canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, there is a picture of entire spiritual world. Srila Prabhupada says, you see this? This is the entire spiritual world, which is 3/4 of the entire creation. In that 1/4 is material world. We are in that 1/4 of material world, which has innumerable universes. In that innumerable universes, there is one universe which is the one that we are in. And scientists are not even able to measure the diameter of how big this universe is. Within this universe, there are millions and millions of planets, innumerable planets. One of them is planet Earth, the tiniest of all, smallest of all is planet Earth. On this planet Earth, there are 7 continents, and we are on the North American continent. And in that, there are many cities, and we happen to be in one of the city by the name Los Angeles. On this Los Angeles, there are many streets, and we happen to be on one of the street where there are so many houses. And among those houses, there is one temple, Hare Krishna, and that Hare Krishna temple has one temple commander. His name is Tamal Krishna Goswami, and he thinks is the most important person in this world. He thinks that he is most important in this universe. So that's how, and Tamal Krishna Goswami said, then I was like, from here, Tamal Krishna. He says it like that. So I was so happy to receive that correction because it is on the foundation of love. Tamal Krishna Goswami loves Prabhupada. And when Prabhupada said that, he was so happy. It did not shatter him, he was awakened, it enlightened him. He was very happy. So this is how we should see it, corrections as. Okay, so that was first point. Let's move on to the second one, which is live.
Can I ask a question?
We will have at the end of it. You can write down, otherwise I won't be able to complete.
No worries.
So live without pretending. Now we see in the world people are, pretending. It's so hard to live the way you are, is it not? Because there are peer pressures and society and so many things that, even if somebody wants to live a very honest, truthful life, it sometimes becomes very hard, so they have to pretend. So to live a life of pretend, one has to live truthfully, one has to be honest, one has to be humble, one has to be courageous. Because if you want to be yourself, then you have to be courageous. At times you will not be accepted in the society, or your actions may not be accepted by others. But one should live without pretending. Nowadays social media is so popular, right? Facebook, Instagram. What a wonderful time we had. We went for this outing, they take very nice pictures, smiling faces, but crying hearts. They go there, who knows what happened. They may have taken a very beautiful smiling photo, the next moment they may have had a quarrel. We don't know. So it's, I don't know, I mean, I could be wrong, but it seems very superficial, when you look at the lives of others and you think, oh wow, they are enjoying so much, and what are we doing here in this world? We are not going anywhere. Look at people going to Bali and having such a blast, and we are stuck in Perth. We are useless. This is what people feel. That's why it is so popular. Let me find out what's happening in others' lives. So, yeah, lot of pretense is there.
It happens probably. It's whenever holidays coming, everyone so I'll go there.
Yeah, and one thing I noticed, anywhere you go, people are very eager to take photos. Why? Because these photos have to go on Facebook. Otherwise, our trip is a failure. We wasted all this money for what? That's why everyone is with a mobile phone. They're not looking at the beauty of the nature. Let's just sit down and relax and appreciate the beautiful creation. No, I have to take a selfie. Hey, here. Come. Hey, my eyes was closed. Can you take again?
Even the other funny things before they come to Australia.
Yeah.
When we were in India, they were looking the picture that,
Australia is heaven. Australia, oh my God, Australia. Only those who live here know what Australia is. So Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur once said, is in relation to a practice of Krishna consciousness. Weakness is not an obstacle. Sometimes we feel weak. We are not able to practice our practices to the standard that has been set. So weakness is not a problem. It's not an obstacle. But cheating is an obstacle. When we cheat, then we stop ourselves from progressing. So we should not cheat. We should not pretend. We should be very sincere. We should be very honest. This is where I am, but I am going to try my best to advance myself from this position. So remember, weakness is not an obstacle, cheating is. First 20 years of our life, we are so much worried, what people are thinking about me. Right? First 20 years. The next 20 years, we say, I don't care what people are thinking about me. I'm just going to do whatever I want to do. And after that, the rest of the years you find out nobody was thinking about me anyway. It's a fact of life. We think a lot of people are looking at me, they're thinking about me, and then you're like, I don't care what people are thinking, I'm just going to do whatever. And then you find out, hey, nobody was even thinking about me at all. I was so much worried. And that's the reality of life. Actually, it is. So people are pretending they have a public life, they have a private life, and they have a secret life. Public life is what everyone sees. Private life is what their immediate family members or relatives see. But there is a secret life which only they and Krishna knows. So this is not how a devotee should live. A devotee is one life. That's it. No public, no private, no secret life. Devotee is devotee. And the classic example of this is our Srila Prabhupada, founder Acharya of ISKCON. Once, I'll tell you Prabhupada's story. So once, a person came to Srila Prabhupada and he saw that Prabhupada had so many disciples and everybody were glorifying him, great personality, he's a spiritual master, such a pure devotee. So this man was a little skeptical. He thought, everybody is glorifying Srila Prabhupada. I want to find out whether he is really, because you may see somebody, people are glorifying, you may feel, wow, this is a great personality, but you can know a person only when you live with him. What is the level of purity? You can only know when you actually associate with that person. So this person decided that I'm going to actually find out how great this person is. So he decided that I'm going to spend 1 week with him. He thought, I will take up the service of driving Srila Prabhupada around. So wherever Srila Prabhupada would go, he would drive him in his car. After 7 days, he said to his Prabhupada's disciple that this man is a true sadhu. This man is a true sadhu. So the disciples asked, how do you know? Like, what made you think that he is true sadhu? This man revealed. He said, I have observed him from morning to evening, in public, in private, with people and alone. This man is a true sadhu. You know why? Because this man has no tendency to impress anybody. He is not here to impress anyone. He is only here to serve people. This he saw in Srila Prabhupada and concluded that this man is truly a sadhu. So, devotee is like that. One life. Wherever he is, that's what he is. So that was Srila Prabhupada. It was amazing, amazing observation. Another thing we have to understand is Krishna has made each and every one of us unique. Every one of us is unique. We can never be like anybody else. Even if we try, we may be able to copy them, imitate them to a certain extent, but we have our natures, and that is our uniqueness, and that we should not change. We should stay authentic and not pretend. A fish, if she is convinced to climb a tree, she will spend rest of her life miserably thinking that I could never climb a tree. A fish is not meant to climb a tree. A fish is meant to swim in the sea. Is it not? So, this is what we are. We are all unique. We cannot imitate others. We just have to be true to ourselves and be what we are. In the spiritual world, nobody is thinking that like peacock. Peacock in the spiritual world are very good at dancing. So they don't feel, oh, I'm not able to give milk like the cows. Cows don't think that I'm not able to dance like a peacock. They are just doing whatever they are supposed to do. Somebody may be a good cook. Somebody may be a good singer. Somebody may be a good dancer. Somebody may be a good speaker. Everybody is unique. Everybody has their strengths. So we should not pretend to be someone what we are not. We should simply be ourselves and follow. Other thing we should remember is everything in this world is temporary. Everything in this world is temporary. So even if we succeed imitating somebody, it is temporary. It is not going to last long. Because if you are pretending, we may be able to do it for 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 3 years, something like that. But it's all going to be temporary. We may get certain success. It's all going to come to an end. At death, everything comes to an end. So a very important lesson for us is live without pretending. Okay, we'll move on to the third one. If you have any questions, which I'm sure you will, I will quickly discuss the 2 other points and then we'll open it for you to ask questions. Third one is speak without offending. And this is not easy. So, to speak without offending, one has to live a life of sensitivity. One has to be sensitive about how the other person is feeling. What impact my words are going to have on that person. Sometimes, in the name of being truthful, people are very harsh. Why? Because I'm truthful. Truthful doesn't give us the license to be harsh. We can be truthful, but at the same time, it has to be communicated in such a way that it doesn't hurt the other person. So, there's a very nice verse in Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 17, text number 15. Anudvega karam vakyam satyam priyam hitam chayat swadhyaya bhashanam chaiva vanmayam tapa uchyate. Lord Krishna is describing the austerity of speech in this chapter, in this particular verse, where he says, austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful. Please take a note. Truthful, which are pleasing, which are beneficial, and not agitating to others. What are the four principles? Bhagavad Krishna himself is telling us. Words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others. Then he also says, also in regularly reciting the Vedic scriptures. These are the 5 points of austerities of speech. So we have to speak the words that are truthful. If they are not truthful, should we speak? No. We should speak words that are truthful. At the same time, they are pleasing. At the same time, they are beneficial for the other person. At the same time, they should not be agitating to the other person. If these 4 conditions are not fulfilled, should we speak? No. Not required. That's why spiritualists speak very less, because they understand this point. And Krishna is mentioning the 5th point, which is reciting Vedic scriptures. So spiritualist spends a lot of time speaking or reciting Vedic literatures, because everyone has an urge to speak. How do we satisfy this urge to speak? Speak about Krishna. Speak from scriptures. Then your urge is satisfied. And if you have to talk anything other than that, make sure it is truthful, it is pleasing, it is beneficial, and it will not agitate the other person. Such an amazing wisdom that Krishna is giving us. Our words are very powerful. Sometimes when we hurt somebody physically, the pain may remain for 10 days maximum. Yeah? If it's not very severe. But if you hurt somebody by your speech, the pain can last for very long time, sometimes entire lifetime. That's the power of speech. Wrong words spoken can penetrate the heart, especially coming from a very close relative, someone whom they have. It can be dangerous, and it can last a very long time. Sometimes it may leave very bad impressions on the minds of people. So one has to be very careful with words, how they speak. And this is something I really have to work on. Sometimes, anyway. But yeah, so we have to be very careful, very thoughtful in choosing our words, being very considerate how the other person is going to take it. These are all skills of communications. If our communication is good, then a lot of problems are resolved. In fact, there is no problem that cannot be resolved by proper communication. So, speaking without offending. Sometimes when we are arguing with not arguing, but when we are having a conversation and we disagree, if a person says something which we know is wrong and we disagree with that, we keep on arguing, trying to convince, hey, no, what you are saying is wrong. Is that right? Is that good thing to do? If you are not sure, I'll tell you a story. This is a story of a tiger and a donkey. Tiger and a donkey. Once donkey and tiger were having conversation. Donkey said, hey, can you see these blue grasses, how beautiful they look? Tiger said, hey, this is not blue grass, this is green grass. Donkey said, hey, blue grass, can you not see it? It's blue grass. Tiger said, no, this is green grass. Back and forth. Donkey said, let's go and ask our king. So they went to the lion. Lion is the king of the jungle. They went to the king and said, my dear sir, donkey said, my dear sir, I am saying the grass is blue, but this tiger is saying the grass is green. You tell us what is correct. Lion immediately said, grass is blue. So tiger was shocked. So donkey said, okay, now you have agreed, na, grass is blue. Please punish this tiger. Lion punished the tiger, no food for 3 days. After 3 days were gone, tiger came back to lion and said, my dear sir, you know that grass is green, right? Why did you say that grass is blue? And why did you punish me for 3 days? You know what did lion say? Lion said, I have punished you for 3 days, not because the grass was blue, because you are also as good as a donkey that you were arguing with a donkey. Don't you know your caliber? You're a tiger arguing with a donkey. That's why I punished you. So, very important lesson. Don't go arguing. Speak where it counts. Otherwise, it saves a lot of time, a lot of energy, and there is good vibration around. So, to speak without offending, the head should be ice factory, tongue should be sweet factory, and heart should be love factory. Then we can do this very nicely, speaking without offending. Now we'll move on to the last one, love without expecting. This is a very tough one. Love without expecting. To love without expecting, one has to be pure. It requires tremendous purity. And it is very hard to see any example in this world. Very, very few. The closest you can come to of a love without expectation is love of a mother to a child. But even that is getting spoiled nowadays, because mothers are doing abortions, killing the child in the womb itself. Even mother are becoming heartless. So this is the closest you can go where there is love without any expectation. Otherwise everything is in expectation. This love, so-called love in today's world, this is not love. It is lust. It is lust only. It is not love. Love means service. If you want to understand what is love, love means service. Not expecting, what can you do for me? I'll scratch your back, you scratch my back. This is not love. It's a business transaction. So it doesn't work, and the other person sees it. We may say, I love you. My darling, don't you understand? I love you. Yeah, I don't understand because you don't love me. You bring a big Valentine gift and give it to her. Yeah, I don't love you. It's just a joke. It's just a show. So love without expectation is very powerful. Very, very powerful. And it requires a lot of purity, a lot of selflessness, a lot of detachment, a lot of compassion, a lot of faith in Krishna, that under any circumstances, my Lord is there, He will protect me. I just have to do my part. When our heart is anchored on Lord Krishna, then we can truly love everybody, regardless of who or she may be, that selfless love. So, this everybody will like. It is a very nice story. Once, a college student, was about to get married. So he thought, let me go and take blessings from my favorite teacher. So he went to his favorite teacher and said, my dear teacher, very soon I am going to get married. Please bless me. So the teacher said, yeah, sure. But can you tell me why you want to get married? The student said, I want to get married because I want to become happy. The teacher immediately said, this is a wrong mentality. You want to marry because you are expecting your wife will make you happy? This is a wrong mentality. It is not going to work. You should marry because you are happy and you want to share your happiness with somebody else. This is the right mentality. If you don't have this mentality, your relationship is going to be a failure right from the start, because there is expectations that my partner will make me happy. It doesn't work like that. And I don't want to say more on it because
everyone knows.
So expectation spoils relationships. It has to be selfless. Then there is love. So we should marry because we are happy and we want to share our happiness with the other person. So difference between loving and liking is that when we like something, like for example, you like a rose. You see a rose somewhere, you like a rose. What are you going to do? Pluck it, smell it, maybe put it in your pocket, let your others friends smell it, and then when it dwindles, you'll throw it away. This is liking. I like a rose. But if you love the rose, what you will do? You will not pluck it. You will water it. You will make sure that it gets proper sunlight, it gets proper air, so that it can grow and thrive. This is love. So, loving means you allow the other person to grow, to thrive. You become the instrument in their growth. You don't become the instrument to exploit them. This is liking. So, this is a difference between loving and liking. So, sometimes we go to God also with very calculative mentality. God, give me daily bread, give me this, give me that, give me promotion. Most people go to God for these reasons only. I'm suffering, I want wealth, I want whatever reasons, so many reasons. This means we like God, we don't love Him. When you love God, you will go to God and say, I love you, my dear Lord. Please tell me what I can do for you. Tell me how I can serve you. Tell me how I can please you. This is love. I am happy. Whatever you have done for me, whichever situation you have put me is the best, because you are Supreme Lord. I don't think there is anyone who can be, my well-wisher than you, better well-wisher than you. So whatever situation you have put me in, whatever you have given me and not given me is perfect. I don't think I can be happier than this situation that I am in. Now just tell me how I can serve you. How from this situation I can serve you. This is love. And this is what our Hare Krishna Mahamantra is. When we are chanting Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, we are simply asking the Lord, please engage me in your service. That's all. Otherwise, I am very happy in my life. I have everything. Whatever I need, you have already given me, even without my asking. That is love. That is really love. And that is something where it is sustainable. We can sustain it. So there's a humorous story. Once a man, he went onto a mountain, on the peak of a mountain, because he thought then I'll be very close to God. So he went on the peak of the mountain and started shouting, God, if you're there, please make yourself known. shouted again, God, if you are there, please make yourself known. And the God said, yes, my dear son, I am here. What do you want? God said, the man said, how long is thousands of years for you? God said, one moment, my son. Man said, my dear Lord, how much is thousands of dollars for you? God said, one penny, my dear son. The man said, my dear Lord, can you give me one penny? God said, wait for one moment. So this is what we do. We go to God with our calculations. But we cannot trick Krishna. He is the trickiest of all. He is a master. So we should not do that. We should go to Lord with a pure heart. My dear Lord, I just want to serve you. I am not here to, get anything from you. I want to give you. I want to serve you. Krishna loves us unconditionally. It's very amazing to understand Krishna's love, there is no condition. What have we done? All the people of this world, what have we done? We have rebelled against Krishna. We have gone against him, right? If Krishna wants, he can really make us suffer like anything. He will stop sunlight, he will stop air, he will stop giving food, and we will have no option but to suffer. But is he doing that? No. Unconditionally he is supplying. Even to those who are blaspheming him, telling him you don't exist, atheist of number one, even to them Krishna is giving all facilities. And is it for 1 month, 2 months, 1 year, 1 lifetime? Millions of lifetimes. He said, you continue to enjoy as much as you want. My love towards you is unconditional. I am not expecting anything from you. When you want to come to me, you come. I am not going to force it on you. I am going to provide you all the facilities to enjoy. That is what Krishna is doing. Everything he is giving us. But we are still so foolish that we think this is such a nice enjoyment. But he is going to keep on giving us without expecting when will this soul come back to me. No such expectations. Unconditional love. This is unconditional love. No expectation. We have been here for millions and millions and millions of lifetimes. We don't even know. In so many different types of species. And in every life he has provided all the facilities for us. This is Supreme Lord. When you understand that unconditional love of the Supreme Lord, you will have no option but to love him. Who will not love such a person? That is Krishna. And this love has to really awaken within us. Otherwise it's just a business transaction. When the story of Narasimhadev, right? When Narasimhadev killed Hiranyakashipu and Prahlad goes to Narasimhadev, Narasimhadev asks him, my dear son, I am so pleased with you, please ask. Please ask whatever you want, I will give you. What did Prahlad said? Prahlad said, my dear Lord, I am not doing a business deal with you. I love you, you are my master. I don't want anything. I just want you. That's all. I don't want anything else. So Narasimhadev was very insistent. He said, no, please ask. Please ask. Prahlad said, no, I don't want anything. I don't want anything. Then Prahlad Maharaj said, okay, if you want to give me, please liberate my father. That was the thing he asked. So he did not ask anything for himself, he asked for his father. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also says, the Siksastakam prayer, Ashish Papadaratam Pinashchuma Madarshanam Marmahatam Karotua Yatha Tathava Vidhatu Lampato Mat Prananathas Tusa Evana Para. I do not know anyone except Krishna as my Lord, and he shall remain so, even if he handles me roughly by his embrace or makes me broken hearted by not being present before me. For he is my unconditional Lord, birth after birth. This is unconditional love. Okay. So those were the 4 points that I wanted to discuss. The reason why I discussed is we have an identity of being a Hare Krishna devotee and we have our activities, but now we also need to have the mentality of a devotee, and these 4 principles will help. And even if we are not in Hare Krishna devotees, even just being a human being, normal human being, if we can apply these 4 principles in our life, world would be such a better place to live. Just imagine everyone is following these 4 principles in their life. What a wonderful place it would be to live, is it not? So, thank you very much. Now I'll open it up to everyone if you want to ask any questions.
Okay, I have a question.
Yes, Mandaji.
On your last point about love without expecting, you said if you want to be happy, you should be happy yourself. How do you achieve a default state of happiness when there's so much happening around you, and then eventually have that selfless love?
How do we become happy?
Yeah.
True happiness only comes by Krishna consciousness. Only when one finds shelter in the Supreme Lord, one can be truly happy. Otherwise, the happiness that we experience in this world is going to be fleeting. You're happy at some point, then again not happy, then again happy. It's not going to last. So perpetual happiness is only possible when we connect ourselves with the all blissful Lord, who is the Supreme Lord. So without that, there is really no happiness as such. This world is a place of suffering. Dukkhalayam asasvatam. There is dukkha and it is temporary. So we are looking for happiness in a temporary world. It's not going to work. We are looking for happiness in a suffering world. It's like going to a library and expecting that somebody will give me some sweets. That's not possible. So selfless love will only come through bhakti. And the starting of that is Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Daily we should chant very attentively here. And as the heart purifies, we will experience true joy, true happiness. Anything else? Yes, Prabhu.
Will speaking without offending. Here is the
Many things. So it is continue going on, If someone telling you, if you not want to listen and follow, so it is going to continue. Because we thinking we are the best, so then it is happening.
Okay, I think Prabhu has questions.
And wife observe them, and we challenge them. But sometimes husband don't want to listen. They thinking wife is, she know anything about anything, but it is not true most of the time. They don't want to listen. They thinking, why wife telling me?
I don't know.
Because we see so many things, and then we are speaking. Not like some no. It is like some issue is like points are after long time of observation of husband, what he doing right thing and what he doing wrong thing. But husband don't want to listen. This is a continuing.
Listen without defending.
That's exactly what I'm doing. I haven't defended myself.
Yeah, I think this.
What happened now? We following. I am also following. He need to be also following them. Not only one way.
This is love. This is true love.
Zero expectations.
This quarrels between husband and wife are sign of love. If there are no quarrels between husband and wife, that means there is a problem. There is a very big problem. But if they are fighting, then everything is normal. Yes, Prabhu.
First question is, you said we can truly love everyone by loving Krishna.
Hmm.
So, love God, love all. So, can you expand on that? How to do it?
Yes, so ultimately, when we love somebody, we would love them for their physical body, or we may love them for their wealth, or we may love them for their position, or we may love them for various other reasons. But these are all temporary because they are there today, tomorrow will be gone. If you want to love somebody truly, then you can only love them when you have a spiritual vision that this person is ultimately a spirit soul, part and parcel of the Supreme Lord. Only then we can have true love, lasting, long lasting love. Otherwise, the body is going to decay, sometimes wrinkles and all that. Pocket will become empty. Position you have today, tomorrow will be gone. So these are all temporary things when we try to love somebody on this basis, these are all temporary. And these are not even love actually. So the true love is when we have that proper spiritual vision that this person here is ultimately a part and parcel of the Supreme Lord of Krishna. I love Supreme Lord, and so I naturally love his parts and parcels. You know? Otherwise, it's going to be very temporary, very superficial. So, Vidya Vinaya Sampane Brahmane Gavi Hastini Suni Chaiva Sapakecha Pandita Samadarshina. We have to become a Samadarshi. Samadarshi means to see the spiritual essence in every living entity. Then only we can love them without any expectation, without any exploitative mentality. You know. So that's my realization on that. Yeah. What was the second question you had?
Second question is, you told about that point that we go to Lord on a transactional business. So, is it wrong or is it not the highest? Or
No. So going to God with material desires or with transactions, as you say, business transactions, is not wrong because Krishna himself says, Akama sarva kamava moksha kama udarati tivrena bhakti yogena yajate purusha param. If somebody has lot of material desires, or he has no material desires, or he has desires to become liberated, tivrena bhakti yogena yajate purusha. Tivra bhakti towards the Supreme Lord, Krishna will fulfill all our desires. So even if somebody has a lot of material desire, I want wealth, I want this, I want that, no problem. Go to Krishna, no problem. But it's not the highest bhakti. It's not a pure bhakti. But it's good. Tivra means uninterrupted, with full determination, dedication. Tivra bhakti. Tivrena bhakti yogena yajate purusha param. Yeah.
So there is a quote when you said in Bhagavad Gita 17th chapter 15th verse, where you have to be the austerity of speech, where you have to be truthful, where you have to be pleasing, and where you have to be beneficial, and you should not be agitating to others. So, considering these four, first thing is, will this be applicable for all? And second one is like, even if you want to discuss something with closed ones, like let's say you speak the truth and it is getting agitated in some way or the other, how we can convey this situation or how we have to tackle this situation. Let's say my father has sugar.
Yeah, so I'll address your first point. Is this applicable to all?
Yeah.
Absolutely. It is the words of God. It is applicable to everyone at all times. in every circumstance, because these are the words of the Supreme Lord. Now, your question about when we want to talk to some specific people.
Yeah, truth. When you speak the
Truth.
truth is bitter sometimes, and the people may not be able to swallow that, or like they are not in a stage to take that, and they pounce on you, or like
No,
something.
if what we are saying is truthful, and we are saying it in a pleasing manner.
Yeah,
Huh?
like my father has bad diabetes.
Yeah.
Dad, you have diabetes. Please don't take sweets.
Yes.
Who are you to tell me anything?
Then you should. Yeah. Then you should not, because you have to see the relationship also. No, he is your father. He is not your son. When your son it is, yeah, you can say, you may even have to be strong, but with your father, because he is elderly, with a very respectful attitude, very pleasingly, you are saying the truth for his benefit. But if it is agitating him, then don't say. Don't say. You know.
I just told as example.
Yeah. So
Like
the
closed ones questions, and if you want to, because truth is bitter sometimes. Like let's say you want to say sell you truth, and
truth
it
is
becomes
bitter, but if it is coated with pleasing words, it doesn't taste so bitter. This is a way of telling. When you say it in a way, then it will not agitate. If you are not able to do that, there is some problem on our side also. And see, relationship is very complex. You know, when a person is having a relationship, if for 10 days you've been fighting, and then one day you say, I'm going to tell you something very truthful, very pleasing, very beneficial for you, without agitating, it's not going to work. 10 days you have had such a big quarrel. You see, so there has to be some consistency and
Investment.
investment of the in that relationship. So it's not just a one-off thing.
Yeah,
That
sorry, Prabhuji, but sometimes it's very hard to convince because he caring for his father, suppose we caring for our family member, even telling them, but they don't want to change because they might, I don't want to, I like whatever I want to do kind of thing. If you say in a pleasing word, you feel shouting in any mode of you do the speaking, but if they don't want to leave that things, they not want to listen anything in any mode you tell them in
yeah.
a soft mode or in a hard mode or anything. So they want, I want to eat that things. Okay, any happen things. I don't want to leave that.
So if they don't want to change, and we also don't want to change, then why are you not changing?
No.
Then how is it going to work?
Telling them, but they don't want to.
We
change
do our part.
anymore.
No. See, the relationship is we do our part. We tell them, my dear father, what I'm telling you is for your benefit. If you see any wisdom in it, please apply. You are elder to me, rest you know better and do it. But I feel I'm concerned about your health, so I'm telling you.
Yeah, otherwise.
And then we leave it.
Example to them what happens, very bad kind of thing.
Yeah, we can do our part. We can do our part of saying them, but we should leave it at that. After that, it's not within our jurisdiction. You know. Okay, I guess we'll stop here.
Thank you. Very
Yeah,
nice.
thank you so much. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
His Grace Rasikananda